do you think I didn't see Aslan?
Maybe because you weren't looking?
You believe me?
We got across the gorge.
Getting across the gorge doesn't change the fact that Lucy may not have seen Aslan in the first place.
Maybe you didn't really want to.
What? Also, if Aslan didn't want to be seen by anyone except Lucy, then that pretty much proves that after all these centuries, Aslan is addicted to everyone but Lucy. Eavesdropping.
But you have to be here, aren't you?
While it lasts.
So you already know that it's not going to last. Again? More of Lucy wandering off. After being told that the trees haven't been dancing for a long time, Lucy automatically believes this to be real. The trees move without making any disturbances in the soil. Liam Neeson isn't killing anyone in this scene.
Every year you grow, so shall I.
But it's only been 1 year in our world. Twig breaks up the dream cliche.
What are they like?
Muttering in your sleep. Even though what Lucy experienced was a dream, she didn't take the advice of things never happen the same way twice and thinks that this time Aslan really will appear.
Wake up.
Trying.
Aslan?
Unnecessary sneak up. Also, Lucy somehow didn't hear Peter walking up behind her. Peter somehow didn't step on any twigs or the leaves on the ground. Jump scare sword fight. Concussion.
Prince Caspian?
Peter notices that they are surrounded by Narnians and automatically assumes that this guy is Prince Caspian. Also, how did Peter know his name? All that the children were told was that someone blew the horn and called for them. A name was never mentioned.
And who are you?
Peter!
Susan calling for Peter is coincidental to Caspian's question.
Thought you'd be older. We could come back in a few years.
Come back in a few years? That would technically mean at least another 4,000 years have passed in Narnia, and all just so Peter would look older.
A common enemy unites even the oldest of foes.
What, just because they have a Minotaur on their side?
Oh my gosh, he is so cute.
Who said that?
Rippy Cheap is a dick to anyone calling him cute.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Carved messages.
You were right to fear the woods.
X?
Meaning kisses? Concussion.
3.
It took over 1 minute of movie time just to explain to Miraz that the general had lost 3 men in a Narnian bloodbath. Also, why did Glozell lie to Miraz by saying that none of his men were murdered by the Narnians? Fear? Cowardice? Lack of a dental plan?
Caspian is not a victim of this savage uprising. He is the instigator.
You don't say.
It seems Narnia is in need of a new king.
Only now is Miraz assuming that Narnia is in need of a new king. He couldn't just go ahead and say that Caspian had died due to unknown circumstances and took the throne when he fled. Close-up shot meaning absolutely nothing.
What do you like?
Stubborn as mules in the morning.
Trump can actually believe that the Pevensies wouldn't be stubborn as mules in the morning. Doesn't he know the history of human beings? Everybody is stubborn as mules in the morning. That young centaur didn't realize he was out of place from the rest of the group. Child centaur nearly killed Lucy.
Peter, you may want to see this.
You better come look at this cliche.
It's us.
Really? Also stating the obvious.
What is this place?
You don't know.
Well, they haven't been to Aslan's house yet. Somehow Lucy didn't notice the painting of Tumnus when they were looking around. Also, painting of Tumnus. Irony. Also, the stone table is still in the exact same position after it was destroyed hundreds of years ago, and it's still here too. And furthermore, Susan and Lucy have been through the forest that led to the stone table and somehow didn't recognize the path they were heading at.
He must know what he's doing.
Repeating lines from the previous film. Also, how would you know? That fawn guard has binocular vision if he was able to see the snooping Telmarine in the misty forest.
What do you propose we do, Your Majesty?
We need to get ready for it.
Attempted parallel talking. Also, more awkwardness.
We could collect nuts. Yes, and throw them at the Telmarines. Shut up.
Rippy Cheap would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
I think you know where I stand, sire.
On a rock?
Or have you forgotten who really defeated the White Witch, Peter?
Yeah, the same guy who ruined the prophecy of 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve bringing peace to Narnia by defeating the White Witch.
I think we've waited for Aslan long enough.
You haven't been waiting for him that much at all. Also, walking around in the forest searching for Narnians and then making it to Aslan's house is what you considered waiting for Aslan? Misty Sky Shot. Discount Sirius Black. Flashlight signal cliche. The other guards somehow don't see the griffins. This guard apparently is bloodless considering he just got his throat slit here. Aslan's kid? Also, we interrupted Prince Caspian to bring you Cinderella. Irony. Also, how the mice managed to tie up the cat that quickly remains a mystery. This cat is a discount Puss in Boots.
Yes, I'm a mouse.
Waste of time joke is a waste of time.
Oh, we were expecting someone, taller.
You're one to talk.
Was that supposed to be irony?
Yeah, pretty much. Caspian just happened to find Cornelius in the first cell he looked.
5 more minutes.
More repeating lines. Caspian, just kill him already and be done with it!
Put the sword down, Caspian. I don't want to do this.
Put your weapon down, I don't want to have to do this, cliche.
I don't want to do this.
We don't want you to either.
Coincidental time is coincidental. Also, how did Susan hear her? I'm pretty sure walls in a freaking castle are not that thin.
Did you kill my father?
Now we get to it.
We interrupt this Narnia movie to bring you The Lion King. Oh, Miraz is the only guy in Narnia that actually spills blood. Oh wait, never mind. The blood disappeared before Miraz escaped. See what twiddling your flashlight can do to you? Bad guy holding the flashlight accidentally distracts the Narnians. Edmund jumping / guy jumping out of bed transition shot. Also, that tripped me out when I first watched that.
I'm a bit busy, Pete!
Protagonist says they're a bit busy while trying to fend off antagonist, cliche. Concussion. More property damage.
It's too late. We have to pull it off while we can.
No, I can still do this!
We interrupt this Narnia movie to bring you Twister. These mice are really little to no help at all in this case. Are these guys seriously trying to put cute moments for the kiddies to enjoy here at a time of battle?
Exactly who are you doing this for, Peter?
Susan is questioning on what they're doing after she's been in on the plan since the beginning. Is she changing her mind here? Jurassic Park T-Rex noises.
Exactly who are you doing this for, Peter?
Peter could have easily said that to Susan when she asked who he was doing this for, but decided to ignore her and eventually respond a minute later in a dramatic way. Throwing the arrow does not cause the same amount of damage that a shot arrow would. That guard should not be dead. Really? These guards seriously suck that badly at aiming? Edmund should have gotten at least 3 of those arrows connecting with even just his knee or something. Also, arrows get stuck through door to signify close call, cliche. Movie rips off the random good guy attempts to kill main antagonist and is thwarted by another antagonist and thrown off the balcony thing from Attack of the Clones. Another transition shot of the exact same occurrence. Concussion. For a dwarf, that fall definitely should have killed him, even if he landed on the soldier who had metal armor on him anyway.
Fall back!
Forced to retreat just to add another hour of movie time. Also, if the end result was to retreat, then this battle scene was all for nothing. These guards somehow broke through the door without destroying the flashlight. Griffin jump scare. Also unnecessary Griffin jump scare.
My men are still down there.
Main antagonist doesn't care if his men die and another antagonist does care, cliche.
No!
I used to hold gates open for Narnians to retreat, but then I took an arrow to the knee. They're as good as dead anyway, just get the f*** out of there! Slow motion shot of a horse jumping over a drawbridge hardly off the ground. Wow, so dramatic. Too much silence.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
Haha, Lucy was told not to go into battle. Once again. Also, how long has Lucy been sitting there? It was nighttime when the Narnians made their attack on Miraz's castle, and when she runs outside to greet them, it's daylight. It's amazing that this stuff hasn't expired after all these centuries.
You could have called it off. There was still time.
No, there wasn't, thanks to you.
Last year's protagonists argue with this year's protagonist, cliche.
You, him, your father! Narnia's better off like a lot of you.
I agree with Caspian. Peter deserved to get his ass whooped after mentioning his deceased father.
Stop it!
Edmund tells Peter and Caspian not to fight just because there's a nearly dead dwarf amongst them. Lucy could just go ahead and heal Trumpkin while Peter and Caspian fight to the death. Also, Peter and Caspian didn't fight to the death. It took Lucy 20 seconds from the moment she opened her cordial to the moment where a drop was placed in Trumpkin's mouth.
Thank you. What's your little friend?
Little? You're one to talk. About time we see Miraz get crowned king here. If he was so keen on getting the throne, once again, I'm surprised he didn't take it after Caspian's escape.
Galvan pledges its troops.
Christian Maracle pledges his troops, which is all of my subscribers. Marching. So, Nickabrick and Caspian decided to walk around the tomb until they reached the carving of Aslan and then treat it like that was the entrance to the stone table? Scary old hags. Scary old ritual. What's remaining of the White Witch's wand is somehow still operational after it got destroyed by Edmund 1300 years earlier. Lucy's attempt at throat-slitting failed miserably.
Peter, dear. I've missed you.
You know, missed all the times I attempted to kill you in the horrible, poorly choreographed sword fight we had back in the day.
Come. Just one drop.
Giggity. Of course, it had to be the one who knew Jadis well.
I know. You had it sorted.
Repeating lines. Also, in this case, no, he didn't have it sorted. Peter was actually about to give in since he lowered his sword. The fight in the train station? Sure, he had that sorted. This? No.
Why did you never tell me about my father?
Protagonist is never told about his dead father, cliché.
My mother was a black dwarf from the northern mountains.
Also, Caspian asks Cornelius why he never told him about his father, and Cornelius starts talking about his own history rather than simply saying it was best for business.
My mother was a black dwarf.
Your mom was black?
I've risked my life all these years so that one day you might be a better king than those before you.
Okay, but that still doesn't answer my question about my father.
Everything I told you, everything I didn't, it was only because I believe in you.
You lied to me just because you believed in me? Well, f*** you then.
The Telmarine who saved Narnia.
Oh no, another prophecy? And most likely another one that Aslan would accomplish rather than the one in the prophecy itself.
Maybe we're the ones who need to prove ourselves to him.
This really should be about trying to save Narnia yourselves rather than attempting to find Aslan to do it himself.
Pete, you'd better come quickly.
You better come and look at this, cliché.